Welcome back to the latest edition of AEHL Rinkside. Troy Gillard with you once again. Pleased to be joined this time around by Nate Papirny, head coach of the Edmonton Junior Oilers Blue squad of the U18 AAA division. Nate, thanks for doing this. Great to chat.
Yeah, appreciate you having me. Looking forward to it.
Let's start off just chatting about your guys' season so far. You're right in the thick of it, near the top of the standings in the North Division once again. You're third place as we speak right now, but you're just 2 points back of first place. So I'm guessing you have to be fairly happy with the way things have started this year.
Yeah, very happy. The league is so competitive right now. I mean, all the way through both divisions, the North and the South. I mean, you look at it, years ago, the North would go down to play the South and you were just trying to hang on. And now it's extremely competitive. I mean, all the teams in the North are very competitive. I mean, you look at from Grand Prairie up to, I guess Sherwood Park. Any given day, anybody can win. So yeah, a lot of fun. Makes it definitely a challenge coming to the rink, which is why we're here.
Sounds good for sure. How would you describe your roster, your makeup of guys this year?
Yeah, so hardworking group, very close group. Couple of younger guys kind of lead the charge offensively for us, but our core group, a lot of vets in there, and that's what we are. Our identity is working hard, right? So I know a lot of our groups would say that, but at our base, our foundation is the returning guys from last year that kind of set that tone with a work ethic. And yeah, just we got a great group there, from two returning goalies that are fantastic kids to our leadership group that all returning guys that get it. Are there to set the bar high, and young guys that are wanting to meet that expectation. So honestly, a blast to be around these guys. It's yeah, a lot of fun being around them, that's for sure.
Not to single anyone out, but I did take a look at the roster earlier, and this is one of my new all-time favorite hockey names, Elvis Ferreira. That's
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, Elvis, he's a great kid, hardworking, phenomenal family. His little brother and sister are always at every game. They travel to Victoria. They're there giving fist bumps and yeah, uh, hardworking kid with some skill. And again, another one of those younger guys that's learning the league, but starting to find his feet. That's for sure.
An all-time name for sure. And then I also noticed that you have a player on your roster. He's originally from Ukraine in Nikita Kulikov. Have you
Yeah.
enjoyed that experience of having him part of your team?
Yeah, Nikita's been great. Great fit in the room. High skill level, getting used to the smaller ice surface, obviously, but he's done a fantastic job. From meeting him in the summer where his English was limited to where he is now is incredible. Especially with the guys, you can have full on conversations with him at this point. Um, he goes to school with a bunch of other Ukrainian kids as well that their focus is English, and then you add the hockey component in, and yeah, another great kid who just obviously different circumstances brought him here, but the boys have embraced him. He's embraced the boys, and yeah, the language barrier we thought might have been an issue, but again, these young guys, it's like they pick up stuff so easily, right? So yeah, he's adapted well.
Well, that's great to see, and obviously, giving everything that's going on in the world right now, Austin, to see him have that opportunity and to see your team and the boys embrace that from their end as well. So you're in year two now under the new structure with just the two U18 AAA teams in Edmonton with the Junior Oilers Blue and the Junior Oilers Orange, and you've got plenty of experience going back with Southside Athletic Club. Just from your perspective, how would you describe the changeover into the new setup in Edmonton, and how do you think it's gone so far?
Yeah, I think it's been a positive. The biggest change was, when you're at Southside, you get guys come up through Southwest Zone and Confed hockey. So, a lot of those guys know each other. They come up, they all go to Louis or Skona or Vimy, and you got that. And then coming into this program, I mean, we got guys from anywhere from 8 to 11 different programs coming into it. So it's better that way in the sense that it's, we're a development league. We're trying to move guys on to junior hockey. That's how junior hockey is. Not everybody grows up, plays in the same program, all the way through. So it brings guys out of their comfort zone. It um, just puts that little bit more feel of what they're about to experience there. again, as far as programming goes, we had great support at the Southside Athletic Club. We were there for 15 years, or 16 years, something like that. But we've embraced the change. Like, to put on the logo is incredible. What Joel Ennius has created there um is unbelievable. From the start, culture wise, it's easy to follow. Like, I mean, the support is incredible. We get guys like Billy Moore mentoring us, Bram Steffen this year. It's just unbelievable. Guy Davidson, Dan Kordick, Steven Zip. When you got that many hockey guys around with just the intention of making better people, better hockey players, better coaches, it's awesome. There's no politics to it. There's nothing. It's just straight hockey. And as a coach, you just feel supported. I mean, we're going through a little bit of a slide right now, and I can tell you that, man, do I ever feel supported by those guys. And I know our group does, and I know our staff does. It's pretty incredible to be a part of, to be honest.
That's outstanding. Great to hear. Well, last year under the new format for the first time, you guys had a great run in the regular season. I believe you're second overall, and then made it all the way to the North Division final, and got an invite to the Circle K tournament in Calgary. So in terms of a first year in 2022, 2023, couldn't have asked for a whole lot more. You guys had a great run last year.
Yeah, we were blessed. As a coaching staff, it was just kind of open the gate and let those guys do their thing. There's a lot of work you put in to try to build a culture. And again, we had great leaders there in the Catoos. We had some amazing young guys that went on to graduate this year as 16-year-olds to the next level. I mean, Ethan Hughes, Esk Burlock, Spencer Masters, Garrett Tom, Carter Rimstad. Like, when you got young guys like that are just, they come in, they embrace it. They're good hockey players. They take the leadership from the guys above them. I mean, like, yeah, we were truly blessed to be a part of that ride. It was outstanding. Like, and then, that North final, St. Albert's always been a wagon. Coach Redlick over there is an absolute awesome coach. I mean, they run a heck of a program. So to be able to go to 5 with them was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I was bitter for a few weeks after that. I felt we showed well there. Um, what do you do? I had so many people come up throughout the summer and just say the atmosphere in that rink, that game 5 was incredible. And I kept saying to them, you're not making it any easier on us still. But yeah, I was proud of that program. And again, that's our message this year, is just continuing that tradition. And I think our guys are embracing that. And I think that's the cool thing, with the way this program went. It could have went two ways, right? You got guys leaving the 4 clubs, and how do they feel about putting on a new uniform? But with the support there, obviously the Oilers logo, it's just such a first class thing they've done there. Bill Hunter, there's 3 teams out of there now. There's the orange, there's us, and then there's the female white team. And
Mhm.
it's a family atmosphere in there. Like, you get all 3 teams practicing one after another. Everybody gets along. Coaches are fantastic on both staffs. So, um, what they've created, what they've built, really strives excellence, and the players pick up on that.
So that being said, family atmosphere and all that, describe to me what it's like in a game between the two Edmonton teams, Junior Oilers Blue and Junior Oilers Orange.
I guess it depends what side you come out of that game on. But in all seriousness, like, Coach Selaski is awesome. Lee's a great dude, and the staff he brought in. Um, I don't think people realize how closely we work all summer together.
Mm, mm.
We do a lot of chats over the summer. We work hand in hand. So you build a bond there, and 4 or 5 times a year, yeah, you want to be on the other side of that. But again, another quality guy. I think that's something that the Oilers program has done, is, with coaches like that, it makes it, we root for them. We truly do. We want them to have success. With that said, there's a lot of player on Orange that we've coached in the past or had a history with through Southside, and same thing with, Lee with CAC, right? He's had some of our guys. So I think there's a mutual respect. I think both teams want the best for the other group. Best case scenario is we're both in the North final, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's the look. But again, 4 or 5 days a year, we want to be on the other side of that. Other than that, it's awesome. We root for those guys. We want them to have the best season they possibly can.
I love it. That's pretty cool for sure.
Yeah.
Your staff obviously has some familiar faces on it, Nate, in that you're able to make it a bit of a family affair as well. Just talk a little bit about that and how enjoyable that experience is.
Yeah, we're a tight group as it is. Yeah, I'm lucky to have my brother as part of that staff. John McMillan and Mark Devaney and my nephew Jay's boys on that staff, Devin as well. And I think where we're lucky is we're all the same guys. Like we just love the game. We're there for the guys. I think I was saying to you kind of off the air there that about Jay being the hardest working guy. I mean, he's doing face-offs 1 second to a broken helmet to switching blades to somebody on the other team needing a helmet strap, and he's the first guy to offer to the other group, like, whatever you need, right? So, it's awesome to see that. It sets a tone in our group as well. The boys see that. They see how hard those guys work away, and, I think it's easy for the boys to see that and just see the collaboration, I guess it would be, and,
Mhm.
um, yeah, it's pretty unique to be able to work with your best buddies, that's for sure.
And I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about a guy we both get to work with throughout the season. He looks after your goalies as well as with the Red Deer Rebels. That's who I'm with. Ian Gordon. Boy, you couldn't ask for much better when it comes to a guy to lead your goaltending department.
Oh, yeah, Gordo's a beauty, and, proof's in the pudding what that guy does, right? And, I mean, throughout the summer, the conversations with him, even non-goalie related, Gordo's a good dude, he's a good family guy. He's there for the kids, he's there for the coaches. I think it's easy to say what he does in net with guys, with, Josh Bonini and Kyan Gray with us and how far he's brought those guys along and other guys in the past, but just as a hockey guy in general, I mean, Gordon done it all, and, yeah, consider him a friend, and he's awesome to be around. One of the great personalities. If you ever get an opportunity to share a beverage and have Ian tell a story, it's well worth it.
And he's probably gonna owe you $20 for saying all that just now for for
For
pumping
sure,
his
yeah.
tires a little bit.
Yeah,
No doubt.
yeah.
All right, that sounds great. Well, just a couple of quick ones to wrap up for you. I know the website describes you as energetic, dedicated, and passionate. Is that how you would describe yourself as a coach?
Yeah, I think, times have changed. I would say earlier in my career, I was more of a demander, more of a yeller, more of you know, we walk in the room, there's a respect there. I think you learn as you go through it that trust is earned both directions, and until the players earn your trust and vice versa, you build that relationship first, right? And then the stuff comes to follow. I love being at the rink. My wife loves me being at the rink. It, honestly, it's where else would you want to be? I mean, you get to work in it too, and you're around great people, that helps, and your team takes your tone. I think that's something that not enough I wish I knew when I was younger. When you walk in the rink and you're having a great day, your team sees that. They feel that energy. They reflect that energy. If you come in and you're cranky and you're miserable, your guys are gonna feel that, right? So, they reflect that, and I wish I would have learned that years ago. It's too bad it took that long, but I guess that's how we end up where we are, and, um, yeah, it's a lot of fun to be around.
Yeah, you're certainly not wrong there. And finally, just a chance to, thank or maybe, give some credit to some of the mentors, some of the coaching influences that have guided you along the way. Who are some of the previous coaches that you've either worked with or played for or whatnot that have helped shape the coach that you are now?
Yeah, so a few guys, Greg Norm back in the day, he's a Sherwood Park guy now, but he was a longtime Southside guy and, um, really taught me the meaning of the relationship with the player. Um, and then from a work ethic standpoint, Derek Martin, he's with Camrose now, but Derek and I kinda came up together at Southside, and, I'd never seen somebody work that hard at a craft, and, you know, you you start getting it, why that guy moves on to the next level and being around a guy like that, and you just you learn to embrace that grind and getting after it, and now again, I'm blessed to be around a lot of guys, like Billy Moores is an absolute gentleman in the game. I think you learn how to treat people the right way, you learn the art of coaching from him, and then guys like Joel Ennius, like, guy's awesome, like, runs our program, guy gives back into the female program, he's there for us all the time, um, you just yeah, appreciate all those guys a lot for what they bring to the table, right? And, um, yeah, again, those are just the kind of guys you really wanna step up for because they step up for you all the time.
Absolutely. Great to have such a great cast of people around you to support you and get you to where you're at now and where you eventually
Yeah.
want to get to in the future. So that's certainly outstanding. Hey, Nate, thanks very much for taking time this afternoon to do this. It's been great getting to know you, and good luck to you and the club the rest of the way this year.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Troy. You too.